Here we go again.
Low, low, man. Low, low, man.
You like contracts, right? You're a contract guy.
I read contracts instead of conventional pornography, yes.
Yeah, you know, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
Let's do that one more time. Let's do that one more time.
All right, explain this to me like I'm retarded.
That won't be that hard.
What's up, everybody? Okay, I should be good now. Good to see you all. Of course, I'm Andrew Esquire, making a 30, doing a second take. That's the legal mindset where we mute ourselves. Yeah, boomering it up. That's what happens when I unplug everything and replug everything again. Of course, it just automatically decides to do it. But good thing we're live. Good to see everybody here. Yes. Unmute. Yes, I got that. And muted. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Now there's an echo. Wait, hold on one second. Let me make sure the echo is not real. Hold on. Let's see. How's my audio doing here? No, the echo should be not that bad. Let's see. No, it's got the right microphone. So I think we're good. There shouldn't be an echo. Right? I don't have an echo, no echo. Yeah, it's one guy. No, thank you guys. Investigations show microphones work better when plugged in. More at 11. I love my YouTubers. You love your YouTubers when their streams are scuffed as shit. That's the best part. I finally have a shiny yellow star. Yes. Appreciate your yellow star. Oh God. Okay, so I've got two things I want to talk about today, and we're going to get into the issue with what was going on with the illegal recordings. That's going to be something I'm going to kind of jump into pretty quickly. But before we do that, I'll speak a little bit about Brazil, because a lot of people have asked me to talk about that. And that's kind of an interesting issue. I guess I'm the international lawyer here, even though I am not a Brazilian lawyer. It's still very, very an interesting issue. So we're going to cover that first. But quick shout out to everybody here. Thanks for being patient with me. Of course, I've been really busy working. A lot of folks visiting Bangkok this week. So I'm showing a lot of people around. Got a lot of clients moving here to Thailand. That's absolutely great. Let's see. I'm here for Scuff. Remember, for Five says, Law Man, you're the Scuff man. Long live the Scuff. You know it. You guys know it. Listen, I know whenever it gets scuffed, you guys are like,
oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh yeah.
Radio Iskander says, scuffed, just like a real VTuber. Yes, at least I didn't like dox myself, but I guess I already permanently dox myself, or like face cam myself, like the Twitch like knock feature, which I believe was rolled back. Chaos Smash says, we're going to Brazil. I'll explain in a second. And Mazarova Palma for 20 legal mindset memberships. Holy shit, off the bat.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Thank you so much, Mazarova Palma. Appreciate that. And hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well over there in Europe. And it's good to see everybody here. Love the OGs. And if you got a gift, please say thank you. Like Lone Star Medic who said thank you for the gift. Right? Yes, appreciate that. All right, Brazil. So what's going on in Brazil? Well, X is shutting down in Brazil because of a judge. So what happened? So a Brazilian judge, Judge Demores, threatened X's legal representative with imprisonment and froze her account. She resigned for safety. This was due to a refusal to censor Mores' political opponents. With no legal representation in the country, X must shut down. And then going further from that, after they ordered X to shut down, they said that anyone using a VPN to access Twitter X is subject to fines of up to $8,874 a day. So effectively killing X in all of Brazil. Now, there are a lot of people out there with dog shit takes on this. One of which is the ACT ban. I saw this cross my desk here, which is from the ACT man. It says, farewell to the people of Brazil. We will miss you. Elon has nosedived this site in the fucking gutter. Other people have said, wow, Elon, you decided to shut off the whole country of Brazil for 7 people. And to that, just real quick, principles are not something to be compromised, even if it is 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. The second you start censoring people and compromising, even on one thing, there's no end of it. This time it's 7 people. The next time it's half of the political spectrum, maybe even the majority of the population that they want you to censor. And you just censor and censor and censor because you've already compromised your morals. So if you're standing for something, you have to push back, even if it means saying, fuck you. Hold on.
Fighting monkey とかさ。
Judges can be monkeys too. And you have to stand up to those specific people. And I will say this to my base bros in Brazil too, is that not everybody agrees with Judge Demores. And clearly there's a political opposition to this judge, which in an open forum, in a public forum, should have a right to speak and not be silenced and deplatformed at the whims of a judge. Now, they want to talk about how to correct defamation or false information. We can talk about that. But the thing is here, this was not an issue of, okay, something has gone through the court process, now take down this specific information. Because that's a whole different area. It's no, outright ban them from the site. Ridiculous. Censorship is bullshit. It should not happen. Steven says, make Brazil great again. Amen. JP Ravenfire said, hey, Andrew, and happy Labor Day and such to Americans. Oh, yeah, happy Labor Day. Forgot about that. Happy Labor Day to guys. Appreciate all you guys out there working hard for your money. Appreciate that. Spirit of the Underachiever for 20 Legal Mindset memberships. And then King Lugia for 5. Thank you, Spirit of the Underworld and King Lugia. I think I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Hello, Beso Department.
Thank you guys, King Lugia and Spirit of the Underworld for Spirit of the Underachiever. The Underachiever. How could I be so silly? I'm gonna have to drop another clip there just for you, Spirit of the Underachiever.
Emotional damage.
There you go. Appreciate you. And then Tempest coming in with 10. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. I love coming back. To all you.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
And I love each and every one of you. Appreciate that. Please say thank you to Tempest, Spirit of the Underachiever, King Lugia, and everyone else who sent a gift throughout this. Mark Reality said they can still use True Social. Yeah, sure. They haven't blocked True Social. It's too small. The problem with these smaller platforms is they don't have much reach. So that's really the issue there. So it's like, yeah, you've got Odyssey, you've got Rumble, you've got all these other ones, but they don't have the same reach. So when you are when you are in a situation where you are, looking for alternatives, it's a real bad spot to be in, because you're not getting the same effect, right? If you go from YouTube to Rumble or YouTube to Odyssey or YouTube to BitChute or to Kick, it's not one for one. Down the VTube rabbit hole said, the moment a line is crossed, you will cross it again. Yes. And that's the problem with this. That's why even if it's just 7 people, it doesn't matter. Ichi for 10 says, I'm from Brazil and can confirm. What's up? 10 real. And I can help you any way you need me. Lawyer here. Oh, what's up, Ichi? Hey, Ichi, hit me up. I have a friend who's a lawyer down there as well, but she's not going to, I know she wouldn't come on and speak because she's not a VTuber. She's an actual lawyer, but she's really opposed to all this stuff. And shout out to all my base Brazilians. I've spent a lot of good time in Brazil, particularly around Porto Alegre, Florianopolis, in the southern part. Really love it. Beautiful country, great food, great drinks. I can drink a caipirinha every single day. Absolutely fantastic, and just really hospitable people. Always have fun in Brazil. So I do appreciate all my Brazilian brothers and sisters. And I know, once again, that not everybody supports this bullshit, right? So just a quick shout out there. Wild Kate says, it's off topic, but Google and YouTube have shown the bot responses to legal issues. Is there a way that you could leave them, that they could leave them open to effective litigation? I mean, if you're talking about the automated responses, those have become kind of industry standard. So because it's industry standard, the liability and pinning liability for automated responses is going to be really tough because everybody has automated responses. And judges are reluctant to rule against something that has become an industry standard. That's why you have to look at the big parties and the big movers and what they're doing, and why what they're doing is so important to track and follow and cover and call out. And Hetzak Kalvan Österreich Chechen says, Guten Tag. Once again, I have to watch the VOD. I'm sorry, but I don't have time. I won't gift this month because I want to give 200 or more. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, that'll be the best Christmas present ever. Thank you so much, Hetzak Kalvan Österreich. Thank you. Brandon, the anime guy, says, holy crap, 18 months. Danmachi is degenerate. Yes, indeed. Speaking of that, Brandon, the anime guy, we're going to have to do another episode. I've gotten some good stuff I've watched recently. What did I just finish? I think I'm caught up on Wistoria. I'm caught up on Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World. A lot of other good animes I've caught up on. So we gotta talk about that soon. Inu Batat says, beware if he would deny you access to information, for in his heart he dreams of himself your master. For in his heart he dreams himself your master. Yes. Information, especially in the current economy, is everything. It's a war of information. And speaking of war information, we have 1,200 people liking. So if you smash that like button, get this information out there quickly. Also, speaking of some information, somebody passed me this meme, and I just want to say thank you because this gave me a quick laugh. In a world where people are being, denied access to open information, when someone sends me this, what is NTR? Nice to read. I can't help but laugh. Pretty based. Thank you for making me laugh, whoever sent me this. Actually, I know who sent it to me, but I don't want to say their name. It's awesome. You buy indeed. Honto ni yabai. Tonewin says, are there any ways for Brazilian bros to fight back? Well, obviously they'll have to fight back in the courts. They'll have to fight back politically, right? I think, the people that are out there on the high seas taking the risk, fighting the war of information, I think that's honorable. I'm sure there's ways to get around the letter of the law. Now, I haven't read it in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese, so I don't want to say, okay, this is how you'd get around it because I'm not a Brazilian lawyer. So I would want to speak to people in Brazil about how they can fight back a little bit more through the legal process. But I imagine there's going to be some extra legal remedies on this one down there in Brazil. Red Eye says, hey, it's already 6 months and screw the Brazilian judge. Indeed. And the best thing that's going out here right now is everybody in the world seeing what hog shit this is and calling it out, because that is a huge L on the world stage for that particular judge. Starting the week with a double strike for Niji. Yeah, so real quick, let's get into what's going on in Niji. Now, I just want to say something real quick. Now, you guys actually are probably more educated on this than me, but we have had multiple graduations announced this week without graduation ceremonies. I know one, I saw one just crossed my my desk today, but this one I got a little bit earlier, which was the graduation of Kunai Nakasato. And what was very interesting to me here on this one is that Kunai Nakasato is ending her time at Nijisanji. She debuted in October. She's graduating in September, so she didn't even make it a year. And she is not having a graduation stream. Now, it is not required to have one, and it's per Kunai's request, there will be no graduation stream. So it could be something that was entirely on her side. But understand, under the contract, Niji has a million reasons why they can block you, right? So will we ever know the truth? Will we ever know if it was really her request, or if Niji made some demands, or what's going on? I really want to know. I feel like there's more backstory here. We may never know, but this was just curious to me. Like, once again, not knowing too much and actually not following this particular liver very closely. So unlike other Niji livers that I do occasionally pop over on and watch, like Scarla, who I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I didn't follow Kunai that closely. So I'm very interested to see this. If there's more facts that come out about this, we will see. And of course, I will cover it. I think Kunai is just tired of Niji. That's probably it. That's probably it. And just tired of their bullshit. Could be, right? Could very much be. Just saying, hey, we're done here. Could be the case. Could be the case. All right. So let's get into this story. Now, this story was very interesting to me because a lot of people rushed to cover it. And while I was busy, and the true reason why I didn't stream, number one, first and foremost, is I've legitimately been completely busy. I haven't been able to stream as much as I wanted to, or record videos as much as I wanted to this week. But that aside, I had a sneaking suspicion that I needed more information on this before I reported on it. And when I saw this go up, and I saw this go up, I think on the 30th. So this was before. So this is what I saw. So I saw this from Kore, right? On August 30th at 1:10 p.m. That's Asia time. So they said, we will report violations committed by those involved with the VTuber agency Nijisanji. So this is interesting. The way they word this is those involved with. So involved with, the first thing you think of when you read this, involved with, is an employee of Nijisanji. So when I read this, that was the implication here. Now, understand, involved with does not necessarily directly mean working as a regular employee for Nijisanji, because mind you, even the VTubers, even the livers for Nijisanji aren't really employees. They're kind of just involved with them financially. So this was misleading. And I don't know if Kore is purposely misleading or not. But the assumption is that they kind of knew a little bit of the facts here. They didn't report it yet. They were trying to pump up their episode, get that Niji pump. And so I think this was, maybe if it wasn't malicious, it was probably deceptive. And I think we need to be very careful with people whose channel someone described them as a drama tuber, right? So I think healthy skepticism is merited, especially when, like, let's see the evidence. Now, I don't want them to actually be doxxed. That's fucked up. And by the way, some people are calling for, I saw some of the posts which essentially imply that we need to dox these people in order to prove it's actually them, which is fucked up. Super fucked up. But that said, they allege here the damage was involving recording of VTubers who operate while hiding their faces while they work and disseminating the footage. He also sends her messages making fun of her appearance. The mere existence of people like this in the industry will only increase the number of victims, and since the VTuber herself is unaware that she was secretly filmed at the whistleblower's request, the footage will be made public on a live broadcast at 10:30 p.m. So I thought they were gonna like dox them. I thought Corey was gonna like kind of show the footage and like show it unfiltered, and I was like, wait a second, so you guys are gonna dox them, VTuber? It was weird. I didn't know what to expect coming out of Sunday. Frankly, a lot of this I thought might be lost in translation, so I was a little bit confused. And also seeing this image, to me, okay, I don't know if you guys did the like looking at this, like kind of enhancing this or whatever, but like this really looks like a sexual image or a scandalous image, because it looks like, look, there's their bare feet, there's their legs, right? And it looks like they're not wearing stuff at top or not wearing very much, or something's going on here. It looks like some sort of like casting couch situation here. So like, I was very like, what the fuck is going on? Now, in this original one, they said nothing about sexualness, right? So this said nothing about sexual crimes, but I was suspect that like this was a sexual harassment issue, because in many cases, why would you secretly film somebody? Typically, you secretly film somebody to see them naked, right? Clearly wearing a light brown t-shirt. I don't know. I can't see that. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. But regardless, chilling on the couch, and there's somebody over here in this picture, right? Okay. So that's what we kind of thought. That's what we had. And then update, and here's a good summary, as well as a good graphic about this. So I'll pull up the summary and the graphic here. Update on the Niji doxing situation. 5 livers were filmed privately, and it's done by an audio engineer that was outsourced in Niji from Yab for 4 years. So this is a person that was a contractor for Niji, it appears. Right? So Niji contractor. Said person is a big deal, having worked in for take. Aphrodisiacs were apparently used. Details will be updated. So spiking of drinks. So this changes it into a situation that is more sexual in nature, and also involves some implications here. So Leaker was the director of Yab Entertainment. Yab's a studio that works with a lot of agencies, Nijisanji included. One of the Niji GP talents went to the record, and the mixer and composer spiked her drinks with aphrodisiacs and took pictures of her, some sexual. They then shared it with third parties in a big creators group, one of which leaked it to Kore. So they're VTuber adjacent, right? They've got a big resume. Here's Yab and what they've worked on. So they worked on Fairy Tale, Defector Ballerino, Job Tune, Utage, King of Conte, Spicy Sessions, right? A lot of good stuff they've worked on. A lot of stuff they worked on here, right? Crazy coincidence that the director was responsible in producing Isekai no Yui, which is the very same anime that Miki Neko first debuted in as a voice actor. That is a huge coincidence. All right, let's go over here. Where is so there's a group where the livers pictures were shared, right? And they rated the leaks. Look at this. If it's 12,800 yen for 60 minutes, I'll nominate you. It's over. Right? And they show her pictures there, which look like they're graphic, right? Of course, they're censored here. Armpit, her face is 60 points, but her body is close to 100 points. Both are screenshots of the video, so not to arouse suspicion. So they're ranking her and scoring her here. Right, so obviously you have the company site there. The people who were doing this were working there for 4 years. So the leaker's name was Yab, right? So they were suspecting that of the people that follow Yab, they were followed by a certain talent in Nijisanji En. Now this is Nijisanji JP. That's kind of speculation here. I think they were speculating who was it over here? Mito Tsukino. Mito Tsukino. They were speculating that's them. Now, that's some speculation. But we got a confirmation by Nijisanji. So this was all, coming from Kore, and then all of a sudden we have a confirmation by Nijisanji. But before I get to that, let me get to some of these. Thank you, Leprechaun Gold, for that $20 super sticker. Bob13241, welcome as a new member. Very based of you. Very based. Thank you very much. And also, the members only stream will be coming up very soon. So hang on for that, guys. And thank you for joining at the highest level, the BLM level. That is the most based it can get. For 6 Malaysian ringgit, it says the stream is 3 hours long. Haven't watched the video. And Kusa for 5,000 dong says the guy who did it said he's sorry, but because it leaked, not because he'd done it on Twitter. Yes, we do have an apology from the guy. I'm going to show that in a second. LJ O'Rourke said, in all honesty, we should hit that like button. Yes, smash it. Wildcade said she probably couldn't afford a graduation scheme. That might be it as well. Wildcade said, need to have a manager there to look after talent and people regardless. Yes, that's very true. So there's some negligent supervision that's possible. Now, are they going to win on that? I don't know. Is it foreseeable that a VTuber gets illegally recorded? I mean, it's possible. I think after this, now that this has happened, they do need to have stricter oversight there. Now, of course, we know Nijisanji's MO. They want to control you with what they want to do, but you're on your own elsewise, right? So Nijisanji is going to try to escape that liability by saying, oh, no, they're an independent contractor. But the thing is, the problem for them is this happened in Japan. And this person's in Japan. And by all examinations, we've looked at this, multiple angles. Nijisanji VTubers that are in Japan, locally, if they went to court, would probably be perceived as an employee because they meet those factors of employment and because the level of control that Nijisanji exercises. It's just not the level of control of a contractor. Just saying. CS says people should not be blurring. When you use blurring, it's not destructive. I don't know. I think showing that face would be destructive. Right. So let's get into what Nijisanji said here. Oh, what's up, by the way? What's up, Tankrat? Says, I'm here now. It's been a long, long time. I've caught you live. Well, listen, it's a long, long time for a long, long man. What's up, Tankrat? Good to see you. Glad you're hanging out with us. All right. Let's catch up here on the Niji response. So this is the, actually, we'll go with Kore's summary, and then we'll go to the Niji response. So this is Kore's summary before the Niji response. So Kore says, I will summarize the case of Mixer musician who committed malicious acts such as taking upskirt photos and eavesdropping on VTubers affiliated with Niji. So they're saying it's more than one. Details of the allegations. Secretly photographing Nijisanji VTubers who came into the recording studio owned by a mixer and distributing them to third parties. Some of these secretly photographed images are sexual, mock the appearance of the VTubers who came to record, and sexualize used tissues. Used tissues? Wait, what? Were they, wait, hold on. Were they using tissues to goon? Like, what's going on there? Anyway, that's an interesting one. Live broadcast the audio of VTuber who came to record without permission and make it public to multiple other artists. Line exchanges such as putting aphrodisiacs in the drinks of creators who came to record to test their reactions. What the fuck? Mixed Masters company employee, is it possible that the security taken photos are not of VTubers but of ordinary people, and that the line conversations have also been edited? Taking advantage of the fact that VTubers' faces are not publicly available online, the person in the photo is treated as an ordinary person and insists he did not take photos of Nijisanji VTubers, but the person identified was an acquaintance of a Nijisanji of a VTuber who was photographed. This is some cope. So this is from the company employee, and this is bullshit. Because essentially what they're saying is, in order to prove this, you have to dox your VTubers. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, of course, real quick, by the way, and somebody mentioned this in the chat, this is all coming from Kore. So like, let's take this with a grain of salt, not as factual. This is their summary, right? And then we're going to read Nijisanji. So I think if we put together A plus B, we're going to get to closer to the truth here. Okay. More than 60 videos of the VTuber involved with the musician are made private. Fans are furious. Nijisanji operator AnyColor Ian is considering filing criminal charges against musicians. We'll read that because they're also thinking of filing charges against people covering this. I mean, shit. For what it sounds like, Niji may file shit against me or, people like False or Kyo or whatever else. It sounded like they were saying, oh yeah, we want to think about that. Well, fuck you. We're just covering this. And I don't think they will, and I don't think would. And I don't think they have any basis for it legally. That said, a musician posts a screenshot of an apology he wrote carelessly on his iPhone's notepad. His ex-wife also posts an apology. So this is really one thing that was big for me. So we're going to get into this apology. I'll read the apology quick. But his ex-wife apologizing? Like, how guilty do you have to be when your ex-wife is apologizing? Unless your ex-wife is like out to get you. She's like the evil ex-wife. And she's like, no, he totally did it. But I've never seen an issue where someone is like alleged and their ex-wife. And could it be a Japan thing? Maybe. But why is your ex-wife, like your current wife maybe, but like your ex-wife has to apologize? So don't cross streams with the Ricada stuff here, Danielle. I see you in the chat. All right. So that's what happened there. Here's a apology from Yap. Right. We are very sorry for the inconvenience caused. Right. Once again, not really apologizing for doing the thing or admitting to anything, but just for the inconvenience. And of course, that's from Yap, the actual company that, created the problem in the first place. Yeah, and once again, you always look at the veracity. Like, is this a real apology or is this some bullshit? Because a lot of times it's some bullshit. I'm not going to lie, guys. A lot of times the apology is bullshit. Okay. Now we got AnyColor. Let's pop over to AnyColor. And real quick, Wildcade says one of Niji liability is Niji sent them there. Yeah, so if Niji specifically sent them there, then they could be potentially liable. However, I think the bigger liability is on Yap, clearly, because you don't assume that somebody that's a mixer or whatever else, like provides whatever other services, that they're automatically these bad people. And you don't have a duty to do an infinite background check on them. In fact, their background checks will probably check out. This is probably their first controversy. CS says, I mean, that blurring can be de-blurred. You want a black box for the face. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Blade says, legal-wise, Niji will take actions due to the breach of contracts. Because of Japanese law, they will not go to fight Kore, but the contractor. Unless silence Kore, because, yeah, defamation law. So let's get into the comments of Nijisanji, okay? Because I think this is going to clarify this super chat. And clarify for most people. Okay. Reporting on the infringement of rights of our affiliated live streamers by external creators. So I want to start out with the title because the title is very important. So instead of saying we need to protect, the title's like protecting our live streamers, protecting our livers. What do they care about? What does this show that Nijisanji cares about? At any point in this title, is it really talking about people as people? Or is it talking about their property? What they care about, all they care about, is the infringement of rights. Right? Now, I get it. They're a company. They have to make money. I get that. But, I mean, you at this point, you're just not even that bad at PR. You're offensive with PR, like every single time. Public relations is important, and they just keep shitting the bed. Thank you very much for your continued support of virtual live groups Nijisanji EN. On September 1st, 2024, an accusation was made that an external musician referred to as the subject, so the Yab is the subject, so we're going to say Yab, had secretly photographed the appearance of an individual who's said to be a live streamer affiliated with our company during the external influencer's YouTube broadcast. And that photograph was sent to a third party without permission in full form that included defamatory language. So calling her a 60 out of 100, that's potentially defamatory. Making fun of her, potentially defamatory. In Japan, because once again, Japan has different and more strict defamation. So, yeah, definitely those text messages defamed her. And the way they said it here is an accusation, but they're giving a lot of details. There are suspicions that the target has used illegal physical force against one of our affiliated live streamers. I think this means the aphrodisiac, but it also could mean that they like intimidated her or grabbed her or, touched her, maybe assault, battery, who knows? This is very interesting. This could even imply, I hate to say it, but this could even imply SA. Our company has also began investigating the facts as soon as the announcement was made on August 30th, and has identified some information such as where the photographs mentioned in the announcements were taken, when they were taken, where they were taken, and the victims. So they know. So Nijisanji is saying, we know. And so that speculation about them thinking, oh no, they're not Nijisanji employees. Well, AnyColor is saying, no, we know where they are, and those are definitely our people. Right? As a freelance musician, the target is involved in providing music to numerous artists, as well as recordings, mixing, and mastering. And our company has had also requested that he provide music. In this situation, so they're a freelance, so they're a contractor. And he's probably a true contractor. But you do have some duty, particularly when you have somebody who's an employee-esque and you're putting them in that situation to make sure they're all right and do some screening. In this situation, it is extremely regrettable that the suspicions had arisen that the subject had committed an unspeakable act of barbarism, such as this one, which has hurt a live streamer affiliated with our company. It could even shake the foundation of trust between our company and creators. This is pretty huge. Saying, like, them admitting that this could damage the live streamer. And I guess, this is placating to a certain extent, fans that are probably really, really, really mad about this, and justifiably, right? Unspeakable act of barbarism. Very strong language. Although, of course, this has been converted from Japanese to English, but still. We will continue to investigate the facts, but in this case, we suspect the actions may constitute assault against our affiliated live streamer and violations of the harassment prevention ordinance. And we intend to take firm action, including possibility of taking the matter to criminal law. So there you go. They're going to go to Japanese court for this, apparently. And I think if there was assault, they would have a duty to do that, particularly if it happened on the job. Otherwise, here's the thing. If they don't pursue this, then that VTuber that was assaulted while they're doing their job could probably turn around and sue Nijisanji. So if Nijisanji is not going to get the justice, then that employee could. And that would be even worse. Right. And like some of you are saying in the chat, possibility they even have to think about it. I agree with you. They should say, no, we're 100% taking this to court. In addition to terminating the contracts currently in place. So the good news is they're terminating the contract. That's at least one thing, right? The company will also take legal action against the target for breach of confidentiality obligations, of course, because secret recordings would definitely breach an NDA. Violation of privacy rights, yes. Defamation, reputation, and violation of other rights. So one thing you need to understand is in Japan, there's a pretty strong right to your image, to your face, etc. That's why a lot of the walking streamers, those like walking around the city streamers, like you have to be very careful in Japan. Some of the big ones get in trouble because you can't just show people's faces without their consent. Big problem there. We will provide adequate support to our live streamers who have concerns about this matter and will aim to resolve this matter as quickly as possible. So they're saying some of the right things, but as with Nijisanji, I want to see them follow through. Wildcade said this is why Cover built capacity to do this in-house. Yes, Niji's lack of investment is causing company problems. Yes, instead they'd like to do a stock buyback. Drunken Finn for 50 euros. Thank you so much. A little bit off topic, but since it's 50 euros, I'll get it now. Says, I meant this since Helldivers 2 fuckery. If you're in the EU and a company fucks you over as a customer, your main defense is a consumer ombudsman, consumer advisory services, and the consumer disputes board of your country. Also need you. What the fuck? Hey, that's awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, definitely get out there and contact your ombudsman and CAS or CDB. Thank you so much, Drunken Finn. Appreciate that. Obviously, there's usually administrative and regulatory remedies in most developed Western countries, right? There's your local business bureaus, your business regulatory bodies, and you should clearly report businesses that are out of line to those regulatory bodies. Kid Loco said, hi, long man. I mean, time I didn't come to you. Florida raining like is bored. Yeah, no, it's I understand the rain. I'm in Thailand today. I'm in Bangkok today. It is raining like hell. Of course, next week I'll be in Japan again. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be over in the Nagoya area again. So I'm looking forward to that very much. Also, Matt Uzelis, welcome as a member of the RPG. Thank you so much. Very based of you. Welcome, Matt. Welcome. All right. So here's where it gets funky. Here's where we are like, wait, what? Additionally, in order to prevent secondary damage, we ask that you strictly refrain from spreading any photos or information about this matter or posting mocking comments about this matter to our affiliated live streamers on social media or through comment functions during live streams. This is really interesting. So I understand the photos, but obviously there are no actual photos. Everything's blurred or blocked off. Nothing. We haven't seen anybody actually doxed. But what I'm really suspicious of is them saying that they want to stop information. Why are they trying to stop information on this? Because they didn't do anything wrong from what at least at face value. Maybe you could argue there was some possible negligent hiring of the contractor, but probably not. The main liability here falls under YAB. And in fact, if anything, they should want to make this information, put it out there that this is unacceptable, this is disgusting, and this is wrong. But trying to get third parties to not discuss this, yeah, that's not going to happen. Now, they double down and they go down this weird track. So let's continue here. In addition, regarding this case, there have been occasional voices on the internet alleging that our affiliated live streamers, managers of our affiliated live streamers, and other officers or employees may have committed the crime. But we are not aware of any evidence to support that claim that our affiliated live streamers or our officers or employees were involved in acts of abuse in this case. That's what you would say. And of course you would say that. But anyways, please refrain from assuming that this incident was committed by a live streamer or employee of our company and spreading false information. And by the way, we have no information that would imply that. Right. But even if it was a Nijisanji employee, which I don't believe it was, I believe it was just Yab. But even if it was, of course, Niji's not going to admit that. Of course. Who's going to admit that they're doing something wrong? We are considering preserving evidence and taking legal action against these malicious acts. So what they are concerned about is the spread of false information. So they're thinking about suing people who have spread false information. Now, I don't think this is going to work, particularly because a lot of the people that are reporting on this are reporting on it outside of Japan, outside of a country they really have any power to fight back against. But speaking of power, let's just say thank you real quick to the big power drop by Mazrova Palma, the 20, and Scott Westbrook with the 10. Mazrova Palma and Scott. I just got one thing to say.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Thank you, Mazrova Palma and Scott Westbrook. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now Scotty doesn't know it's in my head. It happens. Kid Loco says, sorry, I'm working and the light in my cell is low. Don't worry, bro. Charge your phone. Charge your phone. Charge your phone. Mark Aviati said, is there any right for private parties to file criminal charges in Japan? It seems so weird to me. Yeah, so different countries, this is a weird thing that you guys need to understand about other countries' legal systems. In other countries, there are certain criminal charges, not all, but some that can be filed by private parties. That's a thing. There are certain things that can be filed, like, for example, defamation, criminal defamation. So that is something that might be possible. Now, would that fly? No. And would that work with a foreigner? No. It would only work against another person in Japan. So, for example, like if Kore, I believe, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, Kore is in Japan, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear, but like a Japanese drama tuber in Japan, right? Kore is located in Japan physically, right? So to me, someone like Corey, chat says yes. Chat says yes. Almost certainly yes. Yep. Okay. So pretty sure yeah. Okay. So chat is confirming this. So I'm going to trust chat. Even though it's dangerous, I'm going to trust chat. So Kore probably has to sweat. But everybody else, the people outside of Japan, they're okay. They're sitting here like with Tank Rat at 50, and they're going,
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh yeah.
Thank you so much, Tank Rat. Hey man, good to have you back. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting the channel, guys. Tease in the chat for Tank Rat because that hard 50 is a big one. And also, just real quick, guys, appreciate just liking the video, even if you don't give a membership or super chat. Just appreciate the likes. Really helps me keep know you guys like this information, like this coverage. We have almost 2,000 people, 1,800 almost right now in this stream, which shows me, hey, you guys are still loving my VTuber coverage. You know, this is now like what? Almost 6 months. I've been doing half a year. I've been doing VTuber coverage. So I'm absolutely love doing it. I appreciate that you guys love me and my coverage of this and bringing a legal mindset, a legal perspective to this. So thank you so much and much appreciated. To the new friends and the old friends, you're all appreciated. Brandon says, Niji, my reputation. Indeed. Mazuro Palma said possibly the blurred photos are the issue. Yeah, but once again, what are you going to be able to tell from a blurred photo? I guess people say you can unblur them, but I mean, I don't know how to do that. But I guess that might be something they want to hide because they don't want that to be somebody tries to unblur or whatever else. Okay, maybe. Derp21 says, hey, howdy, Mr. Lawman. Sorry for off topic, but I went to Disney on Friday and every restaurant asked about food allergies. That is hilarious. That is hilarious that you did that. And I really wonder what they said. I really do. Ted Simmons says adequate support means very little coming from Nijisanji. I would not believe that at all. So when they said they're going to give him adequate support, that means they're going to sue to protect Niji's interests. And that's about it. That's adequate support. And then Marco Reality said, oh no, I got that one already. Got that one. So I think we're caught up here. Thank you guys. People in the chat say, yeah, they might be concerned about unblurring, but it's pretty hard to do from tiny photos. I agree. And the quality on those photos is dog shit. It really is. Okay, but they did. That's not all they said. We have more. We have more. So after they threatened to sue people for, I don't know, spreading information and covering stuff, they say, in addition, as content such as cover songs in which the target was involved and social media posts by live streamers affiliated with our company who are presumed to have received songs provided by the target could be used as a starting point to try to pry into the victim. In this case, we have temporarily made that content private and deleted the social media posts. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to cover up anything that was put out by Yab. So you guys can't figure it out. No one can figure out who was the one that was recorded, because they're confirming here. They are confirming. This is a confirmation that this indeed did happen. Right. We ask that you immediately delete the content that's been made private, and the list of deleted posts is publishing on the internet. Such social media will lead to secondary victimization of the victim. We recognize that something like this should never happen again and should not be tolerated. In order to protect the physical and mental health, oh my God, Niji giving a fuck about the mental health of your live streamers? X to doubt. And allow them to continue their activities with peace of mind, we will make further efforts to improve the working environment of our affiliated live streamers, including reviewing the selection of creators to whom we order and the criteria for continued order. So essentially, they're going to have to review their contractors and really do some due diligence, which we'll see if they do that. For any inquiries regarding this, please provide information to AnyColor Inquiry Desk. We ask you to refrain from contacting our affiliated live streamers, including any contact on social media or comments during live broadcasts. So don't bring us up during lives, is what they're saying. You'll probably get banned, or they won't be able to talk about it. Pretty crazy. In the chat, somebody said, where was it? There's tools for unblurring. However, it's not likely to work on those photos because they're low info. Yeah, they're low resolution, shitty photos. So I really doubt that will work. If it's a super high quality photo, then I can see it working. Leprechaun Gold also for 2. Thank you for that too, Leprechaun Gold. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So that's what we had there. Jim Blade says, even if Nijisanji didn't do anything wrong, their PR response is weird. Also trying to sue people for talking about it. Good luck. Exactly. Good fucking luck. It's really going to be weird. And I don't like, part of me needs to admit that we do need to be careful running out and just automatically blaming Nijisanji for everything, because to be very clear, folks, that's how you lose credibility, is you just say, oh, it's Nijisanji fucked up, right? Until you wait till you at least have some facts that indicate, okay, yeah, there's some liability on Niji's side, or there's some responsibility. And to me, looking at this scenario, I really need to know facts about the contractor Nijisanji relationship, Yab-Niji relationship. If Yab and Niji were bros, and certainly if Yab and Niji, some of the employees were talking to each other, like let's say there were Niji employees that were texting with the Yab guys and getting DMs with those photos, those kind of sexy photos or aphrodisiac photos or whatever else, photos that they were getting of that live streamer. I think that could be a huge issue. Now, we don't know that. That's purely speculative. If there was any collaboration between a Niji employee and a Yab employee, would I expect AnyColor to talk about that? No, of course not. Right, but that said, that doesn't mean we need to run out and blame them 100%. But they're not off the hook. And we also should watch how they respond to this. Are they adequately protecting the liver? And I am not confident that they are adequately protecting the liver. I'm sorry. Blade says, as if Niji is sued in the West, international law. No, they'll lose. Yeah, that's why I say to everybody who's always talking about Nijisanji trying to bring a Western lawsuit, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And 99.9% of cases they're going to lose, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it for them to do a cross-border for what? A couple $1,000? What money are they going to get off it? Now, this in Japan, it's fun. Yes, in Japan, it's quite easy, you know, to file criminal charges, to file civil, defamation. And I think they'll get all that basket of rights violations. I think they've got Yab pretty much dead to rights. Yab has got to go over and, you know, bend the knee and pretty much pay out whatever they want to pay out to get this monkey off their back. Otherwise, Yab is going to be out of business. And they're going to be blackballed from the industry. Yeah, and by the way, this was a that was a Twitter translation there. So obviously, I know some people may say, "Well, that's not 100% right." So I will give a little bit of flexibility to the fact that some words might have been funky, some words might have been weird. Let's assume it's close enough. Are the people in the line group also liable? Yes, because they participated in the dissemination, and they may have even participated in the defamation. So, for example, in making comments about the appearance of that liver or whatever. Let's see. Kid Loco said, but they always are in the blame for everything. No, and the thing is that part of it is deserved, and part of it is because they don't put enough time and investment into the livers, into their infrastructure. They put more into stock buybacks, you know, Riku's amenities, that sort of thing, merch, which they take the largest percentage on. And very, very shitty collaboration deals. They don't put enough time back into their product. And that is the livers themselves. Wildcade says it's likely that over 4 years this was reported, but the victims were female. They were ignored. It's possible. It's possible. Now, listen, I'm no woke, you know, this is not a channel where I know people are out there and they think I'm some, you know, they think I'm something or another thing, you know, but I'm not a, you know, hashtag me too, hashtag believe every story that's said, but we have photos in this case. We have every indication from Nijisanji it's true. So I think that I can believe this is true. Once again, there's a level of evidence that's arisen to the fact that I can give this presumptive truth. Now, if it comes out that Yab is completely innocent, it's all a frame and a setup, you know, okay, that's possible, right? Could Yab be innocent? Could they be other people that are not actually VTubers? Maybe, but that wouldn't make it any more okay. The thing is, even if these people are not VTubers, if these are just normal Japanese girls, this is a crime. So, to be honest, I know people want to talk about Niji because Niji is the biggest thing, but this is a human fuck up. This is wrong morally. These people and what they did is absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely nasty. And the saddest thing too is, you know what's the saddest thing, guys? They could have just paid the girls if they wanted. Look, I know this is crazy, but like women do modeling, right? And women even do adult modeling, Gravier, right? Now women do OnlyFans, right? If they wanted to get women to do nude modeling or lewd modeling or cosplay, whatever else, they could just hire somebody to do that consensually, which is the fucked up thing. There are consensual people who will happily do that, especially in Japan. You know, the dark side of Japan, it's not really dark. It's culturally, it's considered different, right? Anybody who knows about Japan, right? They can hire you people to do spicy stuff. They can hire Jav models, right? It's just so weird that they would need to do something non-consensually. I really think that's the disgusting part about it, is especially when you're in a country and a culture that allows that very easily. Like there's no barrier to entry there, right? Yeah, you can even hire a porn actress to make a movie with you. So to me, it's disgusting and vile that they couldn't just do that, right? Why would you need to do that? Yeah, Jav mentioned, yes. I mean, a crazy thought, right? Paying somebody to do something that, you know, you want them to do that's completely legal and not against the law at all, right? Like one of the comments was armpits. You want a girl to show her armpits? Like, I'm sure they could get somebody. Japanese anime video. Yes, that's what JAV stands for. Japanese anime video. Hold on. Do I have? I gotta.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
We're about to get into the chats like hentai tier ranking, which is how we get canceled, guys. So behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. When we score armpits high on the hentai tier list, we're gonna get canceled, guys. We gotta behave here. Kid Loco for 2, thank you so much. And then Rinto for 125 Philippine pesos says, is there an EG manager present in Works with the third party? I find it hard to believe that talents just go alone with Works in Works with third party. No, I don't, because think about the relationships we've heard of with these livers. Essentially, unless it's a Niji thing and Niji gives a shit about it, they don't want them there, because think about it. If they send the manager, that's more of a liability. It's more of a cost, because the manager's going to be buying drinks, they're going to be buying travel, they're going to be doing all this other stuff. So they're really, it's very interesting, right? It's very interesting that that they wouldn't, but I understand why I understand them trying to be cheap, right? I understand them trying to be cheap. I just Googled something and I'm waiting for, see if I get an HD photo here. Here we go. I think that's HD enough. There we go. Give the people what they really wanted, which was that armpit, you know. You want to hire somebody for this sexy armpit? Oh, I got to remove the comment. Hold on, you can't see it with the comment. You want to get that sweet armpit? Totally legal. That's 100% legal armpit right there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. 100% legal armpit. Do not need to get it non-consensually. I'm just saying. Where else do you get unshaven pits other than on the legal mindset? Andy Bradley said, finally caught a stream live. Thank you for disapproving the stereotype that all Americans are stupid. No, they're not all stupid. They're not all stupid. I mean, the same thing with, you're sending British pounds, like all, I could say all British people are like government compliant drones. Like, that's not true. Of course, like I said, Brazilians, right? Not all Brazilians believe in censorship. That's ridiculous, right? These things are not true. And these standards about most of us are not true. Now, certain stereotypes, and this is one thing, certain stereotypes can be more true than not, right? So, for example, I'm in Thailand. If I said most Thais like spicy food, right? That's generally true, right? Some things are true, right? Most Filipina girls love karaoke, right? They love to sing, right? Like, is it generally true? Yeah. Is it true about everybody? No, of course not. Right. But do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Jim Blade says, legal armpits. You're spoiling me, Mr. Mindset. Yes. Well, I have to give the chat what they want. And as professional gentleman said for 5, it's important you understand the gravure of the situation. To which I say to you, my mod, professional gentleman.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
For making me laugh. And Ryan I just said, I'm a bit tired of people cheering for DGZLs. I just want them to do better with the livers. Response seems to be a small improvement. We'll see. I'm going to judge them on their actions, Ryan Azure, rather than their words. I agree with you, though, in the fact that we need to be very cautious about just dancing around being like, okay, it's another EGL and pulling the trigger. And one of the reasons why I report on things a little slower, right? I'm never going to be ahead of False or whoever else reporting stuff. Like, they're going to break the news. Even Rima is going to probably have a video out there of DN, other people are going to break the news, but I'm going to analyze it in a different way and perhaps a more thorough way. And maybe that's 2 days later or 3 days later, but I put some thought into it on the legal side. And by the way, I think Yab is pretty fucked legally here. Like, I don't think there's unless they are completely being framed, which I doubt it. This is bad, because they would have had to make up all these line messages and the photos. That's a lot of stuff to make up just to try to frame them for this. So I do believe this is pretty solid in terms of what they likely have. Wolf and Wing says, sadly, plenty of SJWs don't shave. Well, I haven't met any in 5 years, and that's how long I've been in Asia. So that's good. All right. So I think I've gotten everybody here. So with that, guys, that's what I got for today. I'm keeping it a little short because I've got a lot to do, a lot of stuff on the menu. But I do appreciate everybody joining here. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out. And thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for always staying based. Until next time, guys.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Low,